facts that will probably contradict everything you thought you understood about the system. You will either have to face up to the fact that you have been deceived and lied to all your life about almost everything you think you know, or you remain a victim to the global financial prison that the entire world is now a part of, also referred to as the system. For those of you, the vast majority of humanity, who believe that such an evil global system of grand deception and enslavement cannot possibly exist, the mere suggestion of it sounding like the utterances of those conspiracy nuts, and usually dismissed as kooks, I suggest you immediately cease reading any further, since I have no intention of communicating with the hopelessly brain-dead masses on these matters. Let me talk about that real quick, because this is a very, very good section that's talking about conspiracy theories. All right, because, you know, one of the things that we have to contend with on this channel, what we have to contend with on this channel is this a sovereign citizenship? Which, when they say that, it's kind of like they're saying it's some conspiracy types things. And it's an insult because of the vast amount of research that's been conducted by extremely intelligent people over the last 30 or 40 years. Extremely intelligent people have investigated all of these things, and they just dismiss it as if you're a kook or something like that. When a lot of it should be obvious. Like, it should be obvious to you that there isn't any money. That should be obvious. It should be obvious. It should be obvious that there's something wrong with the court system. You know, it should be, because when you sit here and think about it, okay, well, how can you go to jail for a victimless crime? How do you just start putting people in? How can another man tell another man what he can put in his body? I want you to think about that for a second. How can you tell me I can't take drugs? That's none of your goddamn business. Who did we allow to get into office or get into a situation, or how do we get ourselves in a situation where another human being or a group of men can tell another group of people they can't? Now, I can understand you could say, well, you cannot use Federal Reserve notes to conduct business in illegal activities such as selling. But how are you going to tell me something grows out of the ground is illegal? Like marijuana. How are you going to tell me that? Who are you? This is planet Earth. If the creator of the balanced universe created it, he created it for a reason. Okay, who are you to come and tell me I can't use it for whatever purpose I want to use it for? These are some of the things that you got to start. Who are you to tell me I can't curse? I know what the word fuck means. Do you know what the word fuck means? The word fuck is an acronym. It stands for fornication under carnal knowledge. It's something they used to put on tombstones when you were labeled as a fornicator. I know what it means. I know what ass means. I know what shit means. I know what all these words mean. I studied them, you know. But who is the one that can tell you what's right and what's wrong? Who is the ultimate arbiter of what's right and what's wrong? What's right and what's wrong? You got other individuals telling you what's right and what's wrong. How do we not know? And I'm just playing devil's advocate right now. How do you not know that the devil is really God and the God in the Bible is really the devil? What if the Satanists are correct? What if they are? What if they right? What if they like, y'all the ones that's wrong? We can supposed to be able to do whatever we want to do. Y'all the ones living in a delusion. What if? I'm just saying. That is what freedom is all about. You can do anything you want as long as you do not trespass on somebody else's property or their property rights. As long as you don't get in anybody else's way, mind your business. Because everybody only has to answer to one authority, not you. And that's why it says in Matthew 7:1, judge not, lest ye be judged, because the judgment you mete out will be meted out to you. All you self-righteous people, okay, we can come and open your closet and see all them goddamn skeletons in there. We got somebody talking about our cuss. This might be a damn pedophile. But you don't like to use vulgar language. You might abuse your children. You might molest your children. I don't know. What do you do? I'm just saying. And let's keep going. Let's get back to the document. I had to kind of throw that out there. This is not a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. It goes against my nature to be simply making assertions that are not backed up with rigorous proof, but I am of necessity going to have to just move forward and assert the facts as irrefutable truth. If you demand the truth in life without compromise, you will eventually come to the same truth about the system. And what do I mean by the system? The system consists of all institutions that man has created to organize, control, sustain itself, in particular government, religion, and commerce. There are no sharp demarcations between these three institutional entities, and in fact are so hopelessly intertwined that I will refer to them as the system. The foundational facts to understand. So let's look at some of the facts that you need to understand about this system. Fact number one, the system in today's world on a global widespread basis is now completely dominated and controlled by the forces of darkness, namely Satan, Lucifer, the devil. This is not some mystical, superstitious ravings. The dark forces are absolutely for real, are extremely ingenious in the science of controlling the people's thinking, and control all governments of men and the vast overwhelming majority of all religions, and in particular, all of so-called Christendom, not true Christianity, represented by the harlot upon the beast in Revelation scripture. And for our analysis, the most important realization is that the dark forces totally control all the financial/economic systems, in particular banking, the principal control lever point of the commerce game, and the resulting enslavement of all mankind. There is an ample, if not massive, confirmation that one indeed seems to be now approaching the final battle of righteousness over Satan's pure evil. Now let me stop here and talk about that. This right here was very important. You know, I'm not really a religious person, but I consider myself to be spiritual. The reason I'm not religious, because I've thoroughly studied all of the religions, and they're man-made, and a lot of the things that people like to espouse is just not true. They either don't have a thorough understanding of their own religion or the mechanics of nature or God or anything, the history of things or anything like that. However, that's not to say that there's not a creator of the boundless universe, that there are not spiritual laws, that there is not a polarity in the universe that we have to pay attention to. I'm not saying any of those things, but I'm gonna tell you this: what this paradigm of angels and demons, of these dark forces and the forces of light. I used to kind of question that. I was like, because, you didn't see any empirical evidence of it. However, when I got into this, a lot of the things that were spoken about in the Bible started to come alive to me. And it made me take a second look at it. Okay, in particular, the book of Revelations. I began to understand this is what I perceive. This is what I think the ultimate thing is. First of all, there's a free will universe. Nobody can make you do anything. All right, you got to understand that. You cannot be made to do anything. All right, if you could be made to do anything, then there would be no need for a judgment day, because you could go before God and just tell him right there when he's judging you, the devil made me do it. One excuse you cannot use is the devil made me do it. However, the devil is a liar. He can deceive. He can influence. He can persuade. He has a lot of tools in his arsenal, okay? Once you begin to understand, read some of the stories in the Bible, like the story of Job, where God is having a discussion with the devil, and Job is saying, well, the only reason Job worships you because you put a hedge around everything and you give him everything he wants. He said, okay, well, go ahead and take, you can do everything you want to him, but just don't kill him. Okay, and then in the Quran, when we get the story about Iblis, when, they were asked the Naren Samun. You know, you have the cherubim angels who are from the Naren Samun, the smokeless fire, and then, you know, and they were told to bow down before Adam, and he refused to do so because he said, I'm greater than he is. This man is a man of clay, and I'm a thing of fire, and I'm greater than he is. And he said, I'm going to show you he's not worthy. When you really study these stories, and then you kind of look at this right here, this information, you begin to see, you know, like, I think it's something to those stories, because you begin to see like what they're doing right now is they're trying to get y'all to become heathens. You know, they're trying to get you to renounce the belief in a God. They're trying to get you to have sex that is unnatural. You know, they're trying to get you to, you know, kill your babies. You know, they're doing things, and they're making it seem like it's a matter of course, that there's no big deal about it. And then a lot of people are becoming acceptable to it, and they're just participating in it. Their morality has been brought into question. And so these are things that, you know, you begin to look in these books and you're like, I wonder if there is some sort of devil that's out to prove that man is not worthy. Is he out to prove that? Watch what we do to them. Watch how we do to them. Watch how easily we can control their minds. Watch how easily that they will cast off God, okay, and do whatever watch how easily these people will make us their God, okay? You told them that they can use the herbs of the field for their healing. They'll come to us. We got pharmaceuticals, which is sorcery and witchcraft. They will come to us. They won't come to you. Everything, watch God, watch what I'm saying. Everything that you gave them, they will cast it aside, and they will only take they'll go into the grocery store and they will eat the food, the processed food that we make in our laboratories, and they will spit out the fruits and vegetables, and it'll be something detestable to them. Pay attention. Is that not happening? Everything around you, do you want something man-made? You know, you don't want anything that is coming from the creator of the boundless universe. Doesn't it seem like anything that's natural, they're warring